Hello and welcome back. I'm the Muted Goat. This is episode 24 of my Let's Play Civilization 4 Realism Invictus playthrough as the Incans on a giant Perfect Mongoose map. It's been a few days since I've played, so let's just keep going on. We're moving right through the industrial era and just getting to power. The Apostolic Palace is becoming a thing. We're about to be a major player in the Taoism religion. Okay, so do we already have a hamlet there? Yeah. I think we're pretty close to being done with our improvements too on all continents, so that is a nice achievement. We'll only have to control our workers when we either have enemies destroying improvements or maybe volcanoes or hurricanes or something like that. So actually, I think the hurricanes can only destroy buildings and cities. Workers in this game are a way to actually really separate yourself from the AI, but when you have, I mean, it feels like we have, what, 40 cities now? Like, it starts to become a lot to move them around, so it's always nice to be done with it. Let's do Dallas community. How many votes do we have now? 293. So yeah, Ming Yangle has over 1,000 votes, so they're the biggest ones. All right, we stopped a war. And the reason I wanted to stop the war is that it'll speed up the time between turns. Okay, I think we just brought these back. I'm trying to remember what we did. Nope, I brought them here probably to get this great engineer. Bring them back to the mainland for something. It's hard to remember why, but here's the reason. Next time we have a wonder we really want to build, it'll be on the mainland, not on this middle colony. And that's officially what I'm calling the colonies. We've got the upper, the middle, and the lower. And originally I thought the lower colony would be the one that we focused on the most, but it turned out to be middle and upper got the most attention. Yeah, let's just build railroads everywhere with our workers. It's actually worked out. I think maybe this episode might be another one where I run a little longer than an hour. I want to build a city here because let's get these things up. I always have them down for the thumbnail, but like this city, this spot right here is just a great city. It's got a couple food resources, especially with this fertile soil here. We got production with the hills, and we got river tiles for commerce, so it really just has everything. So I should build one this turn, and it fits perfectly in our footprint. So it shouldn't have too much issues with separatism or anything like that. We'll just need to plop a few irregulars in there. Okay, Cusco needs a railway station. Alright. We're going to do the Taoist and Christian missionaries on the mainland, just in whichever city builds something. Zoroastrianism has changed their holy city. I think we still have a couple cities that don't have a religion. If we could get like Judaism, Hinduism, or Zoroastrianism, or even Islam
in life is somewhere else.
In one of those, that'd be great. We can spread them to all of our other cities. Okay, we got combustion engine. That is why we wanted that great engineer over there. I think cinematograph is going to be the one. So we're building a electric gear factory right now. God, there's so many things to build. Waterworks, mass transit system, which is required to build the Ford Motor Company. So I'm going to do impressionist art here. This place is getting sick. Let's get a clinic in there. All right. Build railroads. Spread religion wherever. Let's see what our production is. Hydro plant in Pachacamac. So we will do a mass transit system after that, because they're one of our best production cities, and they'll do the Ford Motor Company after that. Getting automobiles is important, and I'm worried about the Republic of China now. Their military is ahead of us. They're happy with us. That doesn't mean a whole lot. Unless they're friendly with us, I feel like they can still attack us. Alright, we're down to a little bit of gold. We'll bump it up. And we got 77 gold looted. That's why we don't bump it up for very long. Budapest did a newspaper. Let's get a waterworks. Drop this guy off. There's a bunch of comic. And then sit there until... Actually, why did I send those guys there? We need a little bit of naval presence in the middle colony. The impressionist art. So many. So we'll do post-impressionist art too. I think this is something I can't remember. I'll read the patch notes for the 3.8. We're playing 3.7 version of Realism Invictus right now. But I think 3.8 does something to address the industrial era where all the technology is just like unlocks so many buildings that it becomes almost like a little overwhelming. And I think it somehow like slows down the rate in which you can get technologies, which I'm fine with. Like, that makes sense. The Celts are still just like obsessed with representation. Alright, we're starting to get the hydro plants built. I'm gonna do universal suffrage. In case a war pops off, that'll be nice. Alright, that railroad is complete there. Ming Yangel's signed a defensive pact with who? The Mongols. Okay. Surprising. Going to need to... If I'm going to be building a city in this middle colony, let's prepare like we're building a city there instead of automating these guys. What's this guy doing? This guy can fertilize land up there. Yeah. Yeah, they're all doing it. Okay. And we'll probably, like, I don't think we even need to rely on the mainland to build the troops and stuff. Like, these cities are now fully viable, which is good. Sure. One more turn of higher gold. Quito can do West Point. Quito builds our military at a 50% rate, so they might as well get the experience boost as well. But yeah, that is something I'm looking forward to in my next playthrough, is version 3.8. I want to see what they've done with that. I feel like...
Photography is truth, and cinema is truth 24 times a second.
We got cinematograph. Cinematograph. There we go. That's how you say that. All right, text transfer coming through on a lot of this stuff. I'm going to do high explosive shells. Cinema. Anyways, like I was saying, I think the process lasso fix has This is 100% pure speculation. I haven't seen anything on the Civ Fanatic boards or anything. I actually don't read those very often. But a major complaint not complaint, just like a problem with this mod is that it gets too big. And so once you get to the industrial era, you'd get the MAF error and the game would close. And I'm speculating that the people who manage this mod may have not put as much care into the industrial and modern eras because of that. And now that Process Lasso's out there, they're able to like look at it more, put a little more refinement into those eras. And I think that's like, I remember reading the notes for 3.8. It's been probably a month since I've looked at it, but not a month, a couple weeks, but I remember something about the industrial era. They were trying to slow it down a little bit. Which I think gameplay-wise makes sense. Like, historically, okay, there's the Electric Gear Factory. I'm going to do Broadway right now in Niani. And a lot of the cities that start building stuff, I'm going to be building the cinemas because we want to build Hollywood too. These are just... Broadway gives us hit musicals, and cinema will give us, or Hollywood will give us hit movies. Those are free. They're luxury resources, so they'll give us happiness. Anyways, going back to the developers of this, like, it makes sense that if the game crashes in the industrial era for a lot of people, you wouldn't put as much care into it. But now that there's like a legitimate fix for it, spend some more time on that to balance it. And in the real world, the industrial era was like crazy. It was just this like giant great leap forward where you were able to do so much. But this is a turn-based game, so like there's only so much that can be done in a turn in a game like this. So the only fix is to really stretch it out. I don't know. I may be talking out of my butt too, but I'm interested to see what they do because it does get a little overwhelming. I have all these things I can build, and every technology I research is just adding on to all the things I can build. So we'll see. Blast furnace in Budapest was destroyed. That's so annoying. I just hate espionage. Alright, let's do cinema. Machine tools factory, so you can do your coal plant. Cinema. Another cinema. And another cinema. Alright, let's get to Budapest. Where's there? It's not that. I could have sworn that's where it happened, so maybe it's already obsolete. It's Friday night again, and I may have had... I promised I wouldn't do it, but I had a few beverages and thought it might be fun to play, so... Not nearly as many as the last time I did this, so... Okay. Can upgrade to lighter, heavy artillery. We'll do the steel hull. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to build all the improvements before I build the city. I don't know if that makes sense at all, but that's what I'm going to do. No, maybe not. After this, I'll build a couple irregulars, build one here, and then a settler. There we go. Guild Hall was destroyed in Zombathli. That's meaningless. Okay. I'm not going to bump it up in science. I'm going to do it in espionage. It's becoming that much of a problem. Which sucks. Next game, there's 0% chance I have espionage on. I understand it. And it would be for like a multiplayer game. I've never done multiplayer game, but like I understand espionage in a multiplayer game. But for against the AI means it's only bad. There's almost nothing good you can get from it, in my opinion. Ooh, I can't wait to get helicopters and kill this mounted savage. I'm tired of hearing the troop noise every turn. I got so many oil refineries. Alright, our economy has died for some reason. We didn't lose a bunch of open borders treaties, so not exactly sure what's going on there. Where's our city of Bach? B-A-C. This one. I think that's another thing. I like doing random civs, but I don't like just not not knowing the city names. So I think the next one I do, it's going to be like the English. I've done an Americans playthrough. I haven't done an English playthrough. I'm a lot more familiar with the English cities. Machine Tools Factory, so you can do your coal plant. Spread some Christianity. Okay, they built there. Maybe we had a golden age going. I'm guessing that's what happened. I was not paying attention. I know we started one. We got a huge stack of ships. And those look like modern ships too. That's kind of scary. Do a kiln. Who is this? They have gunboats. Pre-dreadnoughts. Oh, wow. Okay. We need those. Yeah, that's making me feel very ill-equipped right now.
When I lost my rifle, the Army charged me $85.
Dreadnought, coal,
That
and
is
steel.
why in the Navy,
Okay.
the captain goes down with the ship.
Well, now we can do those. Medical science is next. There's a settler. Okay. How much gold for pre-dreadnoughts? For one, it's 445. For all, it's 4,000. That seems low. 5,200 for our frigates to cruisers. And 732. Okay. Well, I'm sure we'll get a bunch of gold stolen here. Hydro plant, yeah. Industrial shipyard, that's there. Same there. University works. Let's get all these to pre-dreadnoughts. Okay. Alright, I apologize. I had to pause there, but I am back. So if there was a time jump in the game, that's why. Alright, there's a foundry there. Alright, there's universal suffrage. That really helps with war weariness. Alright, we're going to build this city. It's going to suck right away because it has no connections, but... Okay. First thing I'm going to build there is a foundry. Okay, as far as ships... With the frigates, we'll go cruisers. Still got another 700 gold we can throw that way. We'll just do 50%. We never did upgrade our artilleries. Doesn't look like they can be upgraded yet. Let's move these over to here where we can be upgraded. We'll do a dry dock next here so we can upgrade those troops too. Alright. We're able to upgrade there. Industrial shipyard sounds good. Same here. Machine tools factory. And hydro plant. Alright. Kremnica wish to join us. Sure. Stop trading with Mahmud too. That's the Turks. So, okay. Yeah, we'll do an opera there. Okay. Navy fully upgraded. For the most part. Can upgrade these to cruisers. And they do give us some troops, which is nice. Let's get down here. All of these. Okay, they're building a cinema. We need a dry dock up here. Okay, down here, all of these workers. They're doing a windmill. We'll do a precious mine. Windmill there is good. What else can we do? Not a whole heck of a lot, to be honest. We can build a fort here. So we can get fishing boats here. Other than that, the city is trash. It's a terrible location. you do with this spot? Nothing. You hope a forest grows there. I want an opera, but let's do fishing dock. Water tiles are going to be more important than culture. The culture will come. Yeah, it already came. Build Hollywood yet? Okay. Do mass art there. Okay, let's see. Where do we want to build? Hollywood. Pachacomic. We need more mass transit systems, so built one here already. Just anywhere building oil refineries or anything like that, we can do it. Don't have a cinema there yet. Chan. Chan sounds like a perfect place to build Hollywood. Build a fishing boat here. Or workboat, sorry, to get these fish. That'll help Kremnica. Drain some swamp. Alright, where are we gonna irrigate from? Do it from here. Build a farm there. Alright, Ireland wants open borders. Have they accepted that we are not going to do representation? Let's look at science here. Cusco, Sambathley, and Pachacomic. Timbuktu. Not Cusco. Not Sambathley. Pachacomic is available though. Do farm there. dry dock was built there, so we can upgrade our navy. Same there. That's art. Fishing docks we can do. What can help them? An agronomy station. Food is going to be their biggest problem by far. What will we build there? We just need a normal farm, not a mechanized farm. Okay. That should be everything. I really do need to get better navies on all of our colonies. They have a handful of ships, but nothing that could really make a difference.
It is a most extraordinary thing, but I never read a patent medicine advertisement
Machine
without being
guns.
impelled to the conclusion that I am suffering from the particular disease therein dealt with in its most virulent form.
Yeah, we'll do blood transfusions. Clinic. Retail store sounds good. Okay. Yeah, nothing else to be done with this land down here. That's a mechanized farm already, right? Yep. Alright, +1 beaker to laboratory. We don't have those yet. +1 happiness from clinic. That's alright. And +1 health in all cities. I'll do that one. We're in the industrial era, so health is a problem. X-rays. I'm overreacting to espionage. I'm going to drop that to 0. If they want to destroy a few buildings and steal a few technologies, go ahead. Newspaper works. There we go. Alright, the Berbers are gone. Still haven't had any revolutions. I feel like that's something the mod developers have been tweaking throughout the versions as well. I can't remember which version. The first version I got was in like the year 2020. I remember I played with Revolutions on, and it was, I don't want to say broken, but it was approaching broken, where it was like you would build a city like I was doing, like something like this, where I colonized an island not close to my mainland, and like the separatism was just like completely out of control. I had like, I don't know, 12 irregulars in a city, and they were still just ready for revolt. It was too much. So they've been scaling it back. I think they're trying to get it right because it's a really good mechanic. It makes the games really fun, but I can see how it's really hard to balance as a game mechanic. So right now, this game and the other, I think it was the Americans playthrough. I actually can't remember which one. I had it on. And it just, it didn't impact me hardly at all. Maybe it's Transoxiana was the one. It actually saved me late game on that one. Because I think it was the Arabians that were attacking me constantly. And then they had a massive separatism event that effectively crippled them. And they weren't a problem anymore. So maybe it'll happen. Yeah, let's do fertilizer factory. We don't need them, but we might as well build them while we have them available. Something like this, a woolen mill, plus 5% commerce, and we have a bunch of towns there. That works. Clinic. Firearms factory. I don't know. Thinking about the next one. So, this game feels pretty much won. I could be getting out over my skis. China has a stronger army than me, or military than me currently. They could attack and just completely F me up, but I don't feel like they're going to. Alright, we got Broadway. Gives us our 8 hit musicals. Let's do Alumina Refinery. And I think it was the Americans. I did Monarch. No, Americans, I did the giant map. It was Transoxiana, I did Monarch. And I won that one. That one was definitely harder. Thinking about maybe even doing an Emperor run. And if I do that, solid chance I lose, but that might be entertaining for my YouTube viewership. See what it's like to just get totally trounced. We'll see. I don't know how many more I'll do in Prince. Prince, I have fun in Prince, but I don't know how entertaining Prince is.
When shooting in the
because
dark,
I feel like I'm winning these easily. I'm not going to do forced labor. Although, if you go back to episode 2 of this playthrough, I nearly die from the Hungarians just surprising me with a massive stack. So maybe I'm getting luckier than I realize. Okay. Let's do Alumina Refinery there. Yep, newspaper works. And I'm getting a little ahead of myself. This game's not won. I could definitely get attacked and have some problems. Oh. I no longer have open borders with the Turks because I think they have been eliminated. Well, this turn's taking a long time. Oh, an uprising. There we go. Who? The Koreans had a massive uprising. All right. And we got a great engineer. Just as I was complaining about nothing happening, it happened. All right, let's get this guy up to Chan Chan to help build Hollywood. And we've got a lot of good food resources up there. We're building farms in these two. So I think I'm going to do cottages. Alright, this is Korea, so it didn't happen there. They went back to the barbarians, which is interesting. And yeah, Korea was second on the list, and now they are right in the middle of the pack. Okay. We brought another great engineer back, didn't we? We have a great general here, too. Can we build this doctrine? We can. Fortified region. I don't know what that gives us. Trench war. Okay. Let's look at that. It's for gunpowder units. Less collateral damage. Okay, and they're just better at defense in general. Alright. That makes me want to build a bunch of gunpowder units. We are going to need to up our military at some point. And since we've done a bunch of the industrial era buildings, our production is better, so we should be able to build troops quicker. This turn's taking forever too. Makes me hopeful there's another uprising or revolution somewhere for hopefully the Chinese. Oh no. We've been attacked. No, it's barbarians. No, another uprising is the Koreans again. Okay. Nation states, XIX, so that is the 19th century, saw the birth of nation-state concept. Unlike previous political entities, nation-states were seen as deriving their sovereignty from their citizens rather than from divine right to rule or similar concepts. Even absolute monarchies gradually shifted their rhetorics to underscore their national character. Definitions of statehood changed over the time. The concept of nation-state radically shifted the meaning of what a country was and where it derives its sovereignty. In practice, the newly established right of national self-determination means that religion now generates half as much separatism, while culture generates an additional 50%. Give me liberty or give me death. Okay. You jerks. Alright, it is the Koreans. How are these guys going to do? 92%, but there's quite a few irregulars there. So are any of our places experiencing separatism right now? Doesn't look like it. That's good. What's not good is I don't know how easily we can defend here. Let's get our hussars and our cannons in there. Maybe even that guy. Okay. We're doing okay defending there, but yeah, it's making me want to reinforce our colonies for sure. We've got a lot of irregulars, but we could use some riflemen. How much? Light infantry, 14 turns. What about a rifleman? 11 turns. Gosh, that's not amazing, is it? We still need some mass transit systems for Ford Motor Company. We got 4 building. Start building. We'll let the blood transfusion go. And we just have poor production in a lot of spaces here. All right, we'll build a few. Let's get back down here. What can we do? Infantry are 70% chance. Or not infantry, irregulars. It's losable. Yeah, we lost one. Okay. Bene Suef. I don't think we do anything. I'll let the Koreans deal with that. Well, the Koreans have effectively been eliminated from the game due to separatism. So that's why separatism is fun. It's not fun if it happens to you, but I was 100% aware of the dangers of separatism, so that's why I made sure to always have enough troops. It's interesting, all the Korean revolts, they turned into barbarians. Alright, railway retail store sounds nice, but we need more health, so we'll do a clinic. We'll need to get our technologies to upgrade the rest of our troops to industrial era troops as well. I think it's doughboys we want to get our irregulars up to. After we get pharmaceuticals, that's what we'll go for. Oh, look, a Egyptian spy was caught. It doesn't impact the Egyptians at all. They just got a free chance to mess with me. If I had to declare war over it, then a bunch of people will be mad for declaring war on their friend. So, yeah, real cool. I'm not bitter about it at all. Cusco. We do have a great engineer here. Let's do Hollywood. There's mass transit. Yeah, Stonecutter gives them a free craftsman, or allows them to have an extra craftsman. Just throw it in there. Why not? Yeah, steel mill gives them 17 production. 3 turns on this mass transit system. It's our big production cities. Can't build Ford, right? They don't have a mass transit system. Alright, we're gonna do it. Huanaco Pampa. Okay. Don't even know where that's at. There we go. Build Ford. You can get automobiles through either great merchants or great engineers. I can't remember which one, but it's always best to build the Ford Motor Company if you can get it. Yeah. Newspaper. Agronomy station. Oh. Mingyangel has declared war on the Russians. Interesting. Oh, the USA considers us one of their, they have friendly relations with us now. This probably means the Chinese are going to take cities on
The trouble with being
our
a
continent.
hypochondriac these days is that antibiotics have cured all the good diseases.
Man, we can get flight. Mass conscription is what I want. What do we do? Yeah, pre-dreadnought. We need to start beefing up our navy on the other colonies. Okay, got an American city here. Egypt down there. All right. You know, it'll not help the Russians. If the Chinese try to take over here, all the Russian stuff, then they might also experience a, what's it called? Separatism event. Yeah, do an opera. We got some American pressure down there. They don't want to do open borders with us anymore. I'm guessing next they'll want us to do representation. Really mix it up with their demands. Okay. Go back to railroads. Great merchant. Motor vehicles or hit movies? I'm gonna do the motor vehicles, just in case. We should get the movies here shortly. And we got movies and motor vehicles on their way for both of them. Alright, does the motor vehicles allow us to upgrade our horsemen? Not the cavalry yet. We'll see when, well, it's probably not going to be mass conscription, but it's always nice to get these error messages. Could be a bug with the random events. We've gotten a few random events this playthrough, but really not that many. Antibiotics, sure. I'm actually going to talk to the Russians and see if they will give us their world map. They won't. They don't like us enough. Alright. Let's see who's willing to trade. Sugar. Abe Lincoln is. Is there anything else we can trade for? No. So let's talk to Lincoln. Sugar for hit musicals. Oh, you don't want my musicals. Well, then screw you, buddy. I'm not giving you anything better. Minyangle, Casimir, here's our guy. He doesn't like that deal either. I'll give you pharmaceuticals. How about that? What? Wow. These guys are hanging on to their sugar. You know, I could trade with the Chinese. That might make them... They're already happy with us, but that might make them friendly with us. Just got these 3 troops. It's only taking them 3 turns to get over there now. That's a lot different. But alright, it's midnight my time. It's time for bed, so I'm gonna call it an episode. But yeah, we're chugging right along. Barreling towards the modern era and most likely a space race victory, but we shall see if anyone else decides to attack us. I'm just kind of looking around. Doesn't look like it right now, but yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.